hello there, Pastor and Sister Ford.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
What a privilege to be sitting here with both of you two beautiful people. And for those of you who do not know, my name is Grace Holden. I am the Executive Director at the New Journey Church, the Spring Campus. And woohoo! We are excited about the Spring Campus, are we not?
Yes, we are. Very excited.
Yes, we are. So we're going to get to the Spring Campus and all of that. But we have some really great things that we want to get to know you guys.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's good. I think that's good.
Bring it on.
You ready? Bring it on. Oh, I love it. Bring it on. So let's talk. Let's start off with, how did you two meet and how long have you been married?
Let me start. Can I start?
Hope you didn't.
Wait.
Keep it surface.
Yeah. My version. I think I have the most accurate version, best version. And so we met. Well, let me say this: we've been knowing each other pretty much all our lives. We went to elementary school together.
We did.
We went to middle school,
We did.
high school, and some college together. But we didn't talk at all because she
You
was
didn't notice him?
I did. I actually noticed him more than I wanted to.
Oh.
For a girlfriend of mine. So yeah.
No, tell that story.
Well, yeah, I had a best friend. Well, you know how in certain times you become best friends with someone, you know, spending time with them. And this young lady, I don't know if I want to say her name or not, but she's a beautiful young lady. Went to high school with her, and this was her boo, okay? And so my mom, I don't even know if she knows the story. Hi, Mom. Took my, I take the car and go to school, and I'm driving around the neighborhood, and I ended up taking my friend to his home at 15 years old. I'm driving right on yellow books pages, But so I knew of him. I really didn't know.
And
him.
she was really bougie in school. Her
No,
family.
I was an outcast.
Really bougie.
Did you
so
say Ayanna Ford?
I was not bougie. I was more of the outskirt of doing things. Musician's kid.
She was bougie, and so make a long story short. I was at home one day, with the kids. Had was going through a very, very tough divorce at that time, and the kids were gone. He was gone. The particular day they were gone. I was finally home by myself, and I saw she was going to be singing that night somewhere. And I'll be honest with you, I had one thing in mind, that I'm going to find me a wife. That was on my mind. I'm going to find me a wife.
And you were singing, honey.
But it was not her. I was just going to find me a wife that night, because I wanted to be married. And so I happened to be looking on social media, and she was singing at a restaurant, and I told her I would come.
3 Olives.
3 Olives. Yeah, I told her I would come and hear her sing. And then, because I kind of changed my mind, I didn't want to go, but I had to keep my word. I like to keep my word. And so I went to hear her sing. I drove over an hour and a half where she was just to hear her sing.
Really?
And so when I got there, I sat at the back because I wasn't going to be long, as when she would face, and took a little break. And then we saw each other at that time in 20 plus years, 25 years at that time. We hadn't saw each other in person. So I was sitting in the back, she was singing, and she walks over to me, and the first thing she says, "Ooh, you have big feet." I said, "Whoa."
That's the highlight of his whole
That's
story.
the highlight of my story.
Really?
I said, "Ooh, she may like me. Let me sit here for a few
Oh, my
moments."
goodness.
And the rest is history. So
Right.
You know what I love about this, you two? The human element of all of this.
Yeah.
Ooh, he has big feet.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm late. Ooh, it's an hour and a half, and she is going to sing. But what did you think when you saw her that night, outside of all the years of you seeing her and knowing you were going to find a wife? What did you think when you saw her?
I thought she was beautiful. I wish she'd hurry up because I had some friends waiting on me so we can meet. We're going to a place so I can find my wife. But no, I thought I did think that, but I thought she was a beautiful person, beautiful spirit. Again, I hadn't seen her talk to him in many years, but I thought she was a beautiful person, inside and out from what I could see.
And what did you think outside of his feet
Exactly.
when you saw him?
The only thing he
'Cause
heard.
I can imagine there's
heard.
more. Tell us
Yeah,
more.
I said, tonight I'm getting fired. I That's what I thought.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
work.
know, yeah, because they were like, Ayanna, just go ahead. You know, I mean, we were talking. I would not leave the table. We were talking the whole night. The band, you know, they were looking at me like, you know, playing the music loudly, like, you know, this is your song. I was like, you can sing it. You know? So my mind, you know, I was so distracted, and I was like, he's tall, you know, he's dark, and he's handsome. I'll take him. Put him in the wagon.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it was, I thought that he was very, you know, gentle-hearted at the time, you know, very open, and, you know, and his attention was on me. So I guess that night I was needing that. We were both needing something that night, and the osmosis just, you know, it just stuck us together, you know, and so here we are.
Love it. So there was definitely synergy.
Yeah.
There was definitely chemistry.
Chemistry, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
That's good. And so did you like think that, was it a kind of, you know, sometimes we can have these holy responses. Was it like, well, God, I don't know, or was it that you had already been praying for your husband and you knew?
So
Did you
crazy.
know instantly?
Well, it was so crazy. I had more of a waiting period in my mind where I would just shut everything down. You know, it's like the next man that's coming into my life will be my husband, and I'm going to wait. So I was in that mindset. It was so crazy. And I even shared that with him. But I said, I'm not, you know, I had cut off ties with different people, and I just waited. And so it was right. I mean, you know, it's just like, I hate to say this, but it's like your body having a baby. It's like, you know, or conception. You know, your body for a woman, it's got to be the right time, and it was the right time, and it just picked up. And my mom from then on kept saying, "Look at how y'all act, so gooey ooey." With you know, she would
I
notice
know.
the chemistry as well.
I'm over
I
here
was
like,
oh,
baby.
well.
She's like, it's like having a baby, like conception.
We were in the grocery store and, you know, lips together. We're, you know, they were like, your money, we'd throw the money on the cashier, still kissing. It was just crazy weird, just like that. It was weird, really weird blessing.
That's awesome. So, do you echo what she's saying?
I do, and it was crazy because I made up my mind that I would never, you know, trust again, and I don't know what happened, you know, because I'm not a, you know, easily, you know, trusting person. I trust you, you know, I really trust you, and I said I'm never doing this again. Not marriage, but just, you know, just trusting, and so, but you know, something supernatural. You know, it happened. That's the best way I can explain it. You know, something supernatural happened, and you know, here we are.
That was God
Yes.
through me.
Yeah, that's right.
God through me.
Oh, God through you.
God through me.
God, did you know that was your wife when you saw her?
I think it was the second day
wow.
I recognized something happened. I went to hear her actually sing. I mean, 'cause,
Again.
at the restaurant, you know, it was kind of real light. But then she had this, I don't know, it was a concert or something.
It was more of a performance with a band.
Yeah.
So it was a totally different
And
thing.
and so I know it's crazy. Yes, I met her mother the second day.
Yeah.
Did you?
You know, you don't
Really?
wait till you bring to your family, but I met
Yeah.
her family the second day.
Yeah.
And so her mother asked me to videotape her while she performed, but I never heard her perform. And I kid you not, it was like a light open from heaven while she was performing. And I didn't get the tape. I said, "Oh my God, this is a bad first impression with her mother," you know. Yeah, but you know, I knew pretty early on because I called everybody and I told all the ladies, "Sorry guys." Again,
It was
He
a
put himself off the
I
market.
said, "It's over. I'm not gonna mess this up." I said, "God, it's over." You know, that was it.
You know, so I have a question. Let me make sure I don't leave this question out because this is getting so good. Okay, I have a question. So, Pastor Ford, as a man who meets a beautiful woman with the intention of knowing that you wanted to have a wife,
Yes.
do you have any recommendations for other men out there? And I'm going to ask you the same question for other women out there on what you should do while you are seeking your mate.
That's a great question because I'm gonna start with this. I know it sounds, you know, pretty generic answer, but you know, prayer is very important. You need to be very, very prayerful so you can be sensitive. Even though it's our choice, people think, "Oh, you know, God brought us together." No, we make the choice. God gives us the wisdom. We make the choice. But I would also say this is really important because during that time, you have to be, you know, totally honest. I was not in a good space meaning I could not trust my own decision making. And so what I did, she'll tell you, for weeks, I had people with me who I trusted with my life. They would come hear her sing. I would I had something at the house. They were there. I needed.
They were checking
people.
her out.
Yeah, because I needed them to help me to make
Mm-hmm.
this decision, because I mean it's a lot on the line. And so because you're in the ecstasy phase, the first 90 days, it's where have you been all my life?
Yeah,
You're the
that's
greatest in the world. That's all we see. 'Cause I remember for weeks we didn't see the kids. We didn't.
Just the two of you.
Thank God I had my investments coming in. 'Cause I was barely working. I didn't want to do anything. I remember going back to the church for the first time. I said, "Man, I have an office. I hadn't been in 90 days." And so, making sure that you have I think a good support system that can help you. Guide you, help your judgment, and because we need that. It's really important,
So basically, what I'm hearing you saying, for a man who seeks a woman, especially when you have some things like maybe some trust issues or some other things like that, is to be sure that for you it was important to have you surrounded yourself with people that you do trust and that could be a part of the process. Did you feel any sort of way about folks being around or getting to know you and meeting you? How did you feel about that?
It was a little wait period before I met everyone. I was still living my life, doing my thing, and but I wanted to reference that other question that you asked him.
Yeah.
I would advise, might suggest or advise that, prayer is the number one thing that you got to have in your forefront, because first it's got to be this way, and then you can start doing this way. So when I had my waiting period, out of my, last divorce, about a 2-year period, something like that, I was already in the mindset that, I wasn't going to bring somebody that quickly, around my intimate, but I was going to do my thing. I was going to pray, stand still, and I was going to let God be in control, but at the same time I was dating, so I made it okay for myself to date. And I was like, okay, 2:00, we're at this restaurant, you've got to leave so I can go ahead and go to the next restaurant. I'll be going, so I was more casual at it because I was really learning myself. I was learning my freedom. So as a woman, I'm just advising or suggesting that, take time out for yourself, because it's a lot coming with the man and, and being in that atmosphere and having a king and, and being a woman that has to, leave everything and go that way. You know what I'm saying? Having a head is what I'm trying to say. So you've got to learn yourself, stay prayerful. And so that's what I would suggest or advise, learn yourself, stay prayerful, and during that period, still date, but no commitment.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Okay, so when you guys did get married, before all of that, how was the process of meeting each other's children and family? Because you guys already had children, right?
Yes.
So tell us about that for those who do not know. Well, let's start with Sister Ford. How many children did you bring to the table?
I brought 3. And so I've got, I brought 3, and then we had 1 together.
Okay, so you brought 3, and how many did you bring to the table, Pastor Ford?
3.
Yeah.
3.
So we're talking 7.
Yeah.
7
all day long.
7.
So we have our own baseball team, basketball team, football
Company,
team.
organization, entrepreneurship, establishment.
Yes.
Absolutely. How was that?
It was, it was so crazy for me. I think it was easier for me with the kids because I am mama. I'm a realistic mom. I'm just if you're bleeding, you're not going to the hospital. That my Cameron, she always says you have to be near dead before Miss Ayanna takes you to the hospital, and it's because I feel like I can fix it. Let's get some camphorphenique on there, swap you down, get back in that bed. But it was easier for me because all my kids wanted to do was eat.
No way. Okay, well, how old are the children that you had that came into the marriage? How old were they at the time?
Christian was 10.
Okay, so 10.
Cameron was 10.
Okay, Cameron.
And so his 10 and mine's 10.
So you
Isn't
both
that
had
crazy
10.
cool?
Both of you had 10.
Girl, boy.
Okay.
Christian and Cameron. And then Taylor was 15?
No,
16.
She's graduated from high school, so she's 17,
16, 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had teenagers.
Teenagers, yeah. And then did I have any more? And then Tyler's the oldest. He was
19.
19, because they're 2
Okay.
years apart. Yeah.
So you did have some young and then a little bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what your oldest was how old?
It's 22 now, so maybe the time maybe 16 or so, 16.
He's younger than that.
Yeah,
Wow.
16. So.
And then you guys said, let's do it some more.
Isn't that something? Wow.
Yeah, wow.
How old is your baby?
Junior, I was thinking of boss when you said baby. Baby boss.
Yeah, he's 5. He's
5 years old.
Wow,
That's
so
right.
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank
So let's just
you.
take a little pause break. And once again, just to say that my name is Grace Holden. I am the Executive Director of the New Journey Church Spring Campus, and we are here with the pastors of our church, Pastor Ford and First Lady Ford. We are so glad to be here, and thank you for allowing us to just get a glimpse into your home life, your family life, and what was said when you first started dating.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and and learn that you sing
Yes.
professionally.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes,
That's what they call
awesome.
it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And that he just quit work all of a sudden when you came into life. But we're gonna talk. He got some entrepreneurship
Yes.
now, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. So with that, I think we're going to. I have one last question about the family.
Awesome.
Yes.
What's it like in the Ford home? What's a day in the life like in the Ford home?
Wow.
From the morning to the evening.
Yeah, we probably need a good.
A whole nother,
Yeah,
just a quick,
good reality.
quick.
It's really good. I mean, we on one accord as a family. I mean, we everyone knows us. We move, we operate. As one. That's something we really model. We teach, we preach, and so it's good. Especially kids now. They're older now as well. They're all in college. What's up, junior in Cameron, I guess, but in entrepreneur endeavors, they're serving the Lord, and so it's really good. No fights, no drama. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not.
How many are in the home? Like how many of you all have to see each other day to day?
So it's 6 kids are there. Is that right?
Yes, because one is
6
out.
kids are there,
Mhm.
and 1 granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's 9 of us, I think, in the house together.
Yeah.
That's a
I
that's a
love
lot.
it. I love it.
But we love family. That's what's important to us. Family is important. Anyone knows us. Family. That's what's important to me. It's important to her, and that's one of the reasons why we yoked up. Because I think you asked me about men. What we need, and I think I really was sold on our second day. Second day I was sold because I did a pretty good interview of her, and she checked off the boxes that I needed to hear,
Yeah.
and that family part was really important to me. She told me she said, I need a head, I need a man that's aggressive and ambitious, all and head.
Alpha man with the vision.
Alpha man.
That's the new word, alpha man.
Alpha man.
I value that.
Yeah. So yeah.
So it's
and,
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's
I
good.
love it. So family is essential.
Very much so.
That's a good segue, really. I want to talk a little bit about health and wellness, and I also want to talk about the New Journey Church and family.
Yes.
So when you think about family, when it comes to the New Journey Church, how do you guys feel about building and growing families in ministry?
Yes. I get excited when I hear this subject matter, family. Family, of course, is the cornerstone of life and society. I mean, everyone, good or bad, ugly, comes from the home or family. And our family, especially here in America, is under attack. Especially the African American family is under serious attack. Not just husband and wives. Our on 1 out of 4 African American women will be married. That's a major problem, and so we have to. So brothers, we got to start marrying
That's right.
these beautiful queens.
Wedding.
I don't.
Say that again, Pastor. Say that again.
No, we got married some of these beautiful queens. I know what you guys are gonna say, but Pastor, they're crazy. I understand. That's why you need to come to New Journey.
Great.
I'm in New Journey.
People in our
Big
church,
message.
they get married.
Yeah.
They end up married. It happens because that's the anointing and the call that we have in our life. Not only with married families, single families or blended, because that's a big issue. Blended families. How do you navigate through that whole? Again, it's seven. We have 7 kids, 3 grandchildren, and so that whole thing. Because most families today, they're going to be blended, and so and we've been fortunate. We've been blessed, because I remember going through the divorce. I thought, man, Satan said, man, your life is over, your ministry is over. I mean, because looking at a man, and those who are watching, they can tell you, I mean, we'd have hundreds, coming to my Black Love Conference, counseling from all over. And, but God knows how to take a situation, turn around, and use it for His glory and for His good. And so we really, know how to minister to blended families, husbands and wives, those who are unmarried, because I'm really focusing on that now even more, because we want to get our sisters married, because family is important. It's important.
Pastor, you trying to marry off the sisters of the church.
Yes.
In line, so that the sisters can be married to godly men.
And I only got a brother in line. We have to get, use your language. We have to get our sisters. I'm not gonna say the line.
She can say that.
Well, yeah, because if the camera was here, we said, "Dad, you're what is it? You're male chauvinist."
Yeah, Cameron.
Yeah, my daughter, but yeah. So, but family, it's so important, and so when you come to New Journey, you'll see that. So no matter what state you're in, you'll see that family is important. Family is the goal, because God, He started with the family first. And it starts with the family, and family is under great attack again here in our nation, around the world. I mean, you can see it. Divorce rate is all-time high. People are unhappy. I don't care how much money you have, you can't take it with you. At the end, you're looking for family. You want to leave it to someone. You want, So family is so important. I can go on. Let me be quiet. I can go on about family.
Well, what's the vision? What is your main focus and your main vision for New Journey Church Spring Campus? You came to Spring for a reason, so
Yes.
why? And what's the vision?
Yes, that's another great question. Outstanding. People are what's most valuable to God. So valuable. It's not your automobile, your status, but people. People are so valuable, and that God sent His Son to die for them. That's how important people are to God. And a New Journey Church, you're going to see that what's important is not how much money you have, not your pedigree, your accomplishments, but as a person, you are important to God. And so we want to make certain that people understand, faith, relationship with God. People need a relationship with God. People need God more now than ever before. People are confused. They don't know who to serve, where to go, what to do, but people need God. And so at New Journey Church, it's a journey. We're here to to come alongside of you and take this journey called life with you. And that journey, called life, begins with faith, your relationship with God. That's where it begins. And so we want to help people to rediscover God or discover God for the first time. So faith is the key, your relationship with God.
That's good. That's a great question, Sister Ford. What is why the Spring Campus? Think about that for a minute. Why is it the Spring location?
Wow, I think the Spring location is I always meet a lot of people there. I don't know if they gravitate toward me in the stores, but God allows that to happen. And every time, they ask me, where are you attending church? Do you go to church? And what I'm hearing from my experience in the Spring location is a lot of people that I meet or run into, they're not serving, they're not involving themselves, especially with the pandemic and where we are right now, we're coming out of. They've given up on God.
Yes.
And it hurts my heart, but when it's so amazing how God doesn't put one person in the world, He puts us all here to work and to rub up against each other and to encourage one another, right? And so when I'm going out in my places, in my stores, looking around at different things, and God allows people to gravitate toward me or I gravitate toward them, and we start conversations, I'm able to encourage them to tell them, hey, and it's so ironic, right, that I'm married to a pastor and starting the spring location, but now they can be encouraged to have somewhere to go, you know, and to get out of a lazy spirit that's been hovering around, you know, because of the pandemic and the coronavirus and people scared of socializing and all that good stuff. But spring is important.
Yeah.
It's important for each individual to come out, step out in faith, you know, make a faith move, you know.
Yes.
Right here in spring.
Family, too, here in
No
spring.
matter where you are, I mean, you know, people still need God.
They still need
so
God.
God, you know, spoke to me several years ago about planting a church in the spring area of Northwest Houston, because we all need God. It doesn't matter where you are. We all have problems in our family, in our marriage, spirituality. We all have issues. I tell you all the time, don't be moved by the nice, fancy brick or stucco homes. There's a family that's behind those doors. You know, they're hurting, they're struggling, and we all need God. You know, I was one of those families. you know, and so and we need God, and so we get, and like I said, all the time we get, hey, where's the church? We need a church here, and so we're just excited. We're just obeying God, and we're trusting God to really change lives at the next level.
Yes, okay, I love it, I love it. Okay, before we take another little pause, break, and shift, so tell me, what's the biggest vision that you have for the New Journey Church family? What is it that people can look forward to when they come here?
I think they can look forward to real authenticity, authentic rather. I think so much of that is missing. You know, people they're looking for what's real, what's truthful, what's authentic, as well as being relevant, but we have to be authentic. A lot of people are, you know, afraid of the church. High skepticism is there. They, you know, they want God, but the church thing, the people, because a lot of times they feel like we're not real, you know. And we want to make certain when people come to have a real, authentic worship experience. We want to try to eliminate as much as we can from people getting to God.
I love that. You guys, you know what I hear often, just me, when I talk to people about ministry, church, the very first thing they actually say is, oh, well, all they want is your money.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of talk about it.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
What do you feel, how do you feel about that? And are you, you know, the kind of pastor that, you know, is just wants their money?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking this question. I've been wanting to ask this question for a long time. Let me say this, and we have to be careful. You know, like in anything in life, you can have a few bad apples out there, but every church is not after your money. Every pastor is not after your money. People just look at the statistics. A pastor, his income is probably the lowest, probably in the $30,000 a year range. Churches do not, like we think. We look at a few mega churches, so don't lump everyone in the same basket. I believe most pastors, especially ones I know, generally love God. They're fulfilling their call, but money is a part of it. You need resources to do ministry. That's so important. I never forget, years ago I had a young lady, she was a secretary, and she said, well, Pastor, I thought that the state, pays the church's, mortgage and utilities. I said, no, that's not how it works, but you have to have resources to do ministry. I do think there are churches out there that are really excessive, that are unbiblical when it comes to financial resources. But at New Journey, you won't find that. And let me say this: I have not taken a salary in over 20 years. Not that I should not. I just didn't want to do that. I told God, part of it, I just didn't want to do that. I want my own money to take care of my own family. But I am the biggest giver to God in my church, because now people are going to say they're going to say you're stealing no matter what. They're going to say that whether you are or not. Neither here nor there. But so I focus on we're entrepreneurs, business owners, investors, all that good stuff. And so each year my goal is to make certain I'm the biggest giver each year, because the more you give, the more you receive, the more God God blesses you. But yeah, you know, money's a part of it. There are people who mishandle God's money, and I said all the time, don't let that deter you. You know, find a good church where there's good stewardship, there's accountability, there, you know, there's excellence. Don't let that stop you from coming to church because somebody's not doing right with the money. You know, I give to God. I give to God, and that's it. I'm not trying to figure out this, that, and the other. No, I'm giving to God. For me, it's spiritual first, before it's more of a natural perspective on it. But you know, that's my little take.
I love it. So New Journey Church is the church that connects with families
Yes.
and with people on their journey.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, I love that
Yes,
too.
yes.
I think that's a great summary of what you just shared.
Yes.
And here's what I also love is that you approach the conversation about money so authentically.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we have to have,
Yes.
the true authentic people.
Yes.
So here we are, we're learning about the blended family.
Yes.
Yes, the whole large family. We've learned about what's important to you. We learned that Sister Ford loved your feet. Mercy.
Wow.
We also learned that you guys were like high school, sweethearts. You were on the phone all the time. You had did the families date each other, get to know each other? How did the families meet each other and when?
That's awesome. So when I first met her biological children, the first thing that the son, Tyler and Taylor,
wow.
told me.
I feel like a story is coming.
Yeah.
Sister Ford, is a story coming?
Yeah.
Let's say it because it's true. I was about to say, go ahead. They all know.
Here it
They both
comes.
told me the same thing. I kid you not. On separate occasions, they hadn't spoken to each other, and the first thing the son said, "My mother is crazy." Said, but stick with her. Give her a chance. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, he's just trying to run me off.
Well, how long had you guys been dating?
Don't ask that. Don't ask
No,
that.
I want to know how
Before I
long you
found
had
out.
been dating before he said that.
Oh no, it's probably right away.
He
maybe
had
the
no
next-
evidence
the
yet.
next- yeah, remember
Look,
the
yet.
next-
He had
yeah.
no evidence yet. But
Like
that was
2
just,
months,
and-
3
and
months,
no.
a year?
And you know how sons are. They're very protective too. He didn't understand Tyler was being protective as well.
Yeah,
So
no.
I was wondering if you just didn't have a chance.
No, he just
No.
came out in general. Like,
Yeah.
this is my mom.
But-
She's
yeah.
crazy.
And so then our daughter Taylor, maybe a few days later, we were together. She said, "My mom is crazy." And so I think, maybe they
He's
got
so
together on this.
exaggerative.
They got together.
That's why he said earlier to the men. Did you guys hear him earlier to the men? He said, "I know you guys think that there's some women out here crazy."
And Miss Grace, I found out. Thank God he's changed. He's changed. Yeah, and so yeah.
I love it.
And then of course when I met Taylor the first time, I remember she got into the car. She had a turban on her head.
Yeah, they were doing things, to
So I
try to
said-
have mama
I
apply to
said,
herself for the rest of her life.
something strange,
Oh, I
something
love this.
weird is going on. She has a turban on.
Yeah,
and so,
like
okay.
African garb. Like
Right.
she as light skin as Taylor is. She had a big African
Well,
turban
I
on.
don't, yeah, I thought it
Did
was
you
more-
keep him from your family for like months and months and months before you brought him around,
No,
knowing
No,
this
I
was going to
didn't.
happen?
No, I didn't. I didn't know how the kids were going to react, but no, I didn't. I didn't. There
Yeah.
was no trying to keep them. It was just so natural and normal. The time we spent together, so they blended.
So I think Ms. Grace is asking how soon.
No,
Now,
I just
listen,
want to know if she was
Excuse me.
keeping you quiet for a while because
No,
she
no.
was scared what they was going to say.
no. I mean, right away. Now, for those who are watching at home, I'm not necessarily advising this because we were in that exodus stage where we felt like we were going to get married the next week. In
Yeah.
fact, I think
Oh, wow.
I think she had
Driver's course.
She had driver's course. We met that on Halloween night. She had driver's course
You were
that
learning to drive.
that Sunday. No,
Well, no, I had a ticket. I was speeding.
Oh,
That's what
okay,
I did.
okay.
I told everyone in this
That's what I
class
do.
that all class full of strangers about me who she just met. She said, "I love him," and they
Oh,
said,
wow.
"Don't marry him
They
yet."
were like, so the whole driving defense school, we were in a restaurant, taking the course, and they were like, so, giving everybody, having everybody to introduce themselves, and I ended up telling them I'm in love. Oh my gosh, I'm marrying this guy. They were like, wait a minute, when did you meet him? I'm like, I don't care, I'm married. I was like, I was gone.
So we probably, maybe a week or two, maybe before I met the kids, but we kind of played off like, hey, we've been knowing each other since we elementary, we're just kind of a friend.
Right, you kind of, but I do have a question about that. Did you know he was a pastor?
I knew of him. Maybe he was a deacon or, helping, giving the Bible to someone on the stage.
Yeah.
I really didn't, I had no concern of it.
Yeah, she did.
And how long had you been pastoring?
Well, that time
over
probably
20 years, right?
Well, right at 19, 20 years at that time, because I remember we were sitting down. She said, "I said, aren't you a preacher or something?"
Yeah, because I know his dad was.
And I was so concerned. I was thinking, God, who will want to date a pastor? You know what I mean? I was so concerned. I said, man, who would, if I'm a pastor, would they want to date me?
But nothing was coming together as if I would be the first lady.
That's where I'm going with this question.
I didn't think about
and
all
that was important to me because I wanted someone. God knows my prayers, and I'm like this. I wanted someone who didn't know me as a pastor, who didn't,
would love you for you.
Yeah, would love me for me to know what I had and stuff. And she had no clue.
So he did a Coming to America part 1 and part 2 on you.
Exactly. That's it.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, guys, let's just take a pause break here and just think about, just some of the wonderful information that you shared with those who are watching this interview. And I want to just kind of come away, just come out of the church side and even the family side. And I want to know, what is your favorite pastime? Pastor Ford and Sister Ford, what is your favorite pastime? So, Pastor Ford, would you like her to go first, or would you like to go first?
You go first.
Can I answer for him? I already know it starts with an F and ends with a G. We all know what it is.
Fishing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, some of you brothers are saying, wait a minute, she answered for now she don't answer for me.
Oh, wow. He had to clarify. I love that you are on camera. You cannot take this back. There's no editing this out.
I ran all.
The head honcho. Okay.
I lead it all the way. So now we can return back. So brother, I just want you to know that you don't have a soft pastor.
No.
You're looking for a strong leader. That's what you're gonna find in me.
Yeah, that's right.
And sisters, your husband, I'm telling you, he's gonna be a strong man when he comes.
He said smile.
Yeah.
Okay, so fishing.
That's free. I already knew where that was going.
Love fishing.
And then why don't you answer mine, babe? What's my favorite downtime? When you call me, what am I doing?
They're gonna think you're weird.
Hey, it's fine. It's just that's
So if you ever see see someone that's parked under a tree, eating Whataburger or Panda Express, I know it sounds weird. She sits under a tree in any parking lot.
I can't.
That's how.
This is on camera.
That's really good. You do
beautiful,
know me. That's really
intelligent
good.
That is
woman.
really good.
Yeah. Beautiful,
That's my
intelligent,
downtime. I love it.
college-educated woman.
Foot outside the
what she
window,
does.
wind breeze coming through.
I'm glad this is on camera. Did you hear the last thing?
What did he say?
College-educated woman, and that's what she does.
So nothing's wrong.
We can't take it back.
Yeah, don't call the police. Don't call the psych. She's fine.
Oh gosh, you're a foodie.
Yeah,
She's a foodie.
I am. I really enjoy it.
And so also we know that you like to cook.
I do, and it's so crazy. I've been doing it for years, but more so now they've got the technology, the social media, and I'm like, hey, let me take a picture of that and post it. I really enjoy good food, and it's so ironic that I would bless this man right here. He's almost up to where I am in cooking. I've shared my secrets, and now he didn't know how to do anything, and everybody knows who knows Pastor that he didn't know how to do anything if it didn't have mustard on it. He would fry pork chops. Cameron, am I right?
You
Fried
guys are
pork
getting
chops
the inside scoop
with
right
mustard,
here.
with mustard on it. Take mustard for indigestion. That's all he knew was mustard. But now he makes my favorite meal, which I shared with him, and now he does it all. My salmon, my spinach. He never touched greens in his life, and now this guy cooks almost. He's still the grasshopper, but I'm so proud of him. He's come a long way.
Let's talk
you.
about
You're
that.
welcome.
So since we took a pause break from the series, and this is still serious but good. So the health and wellness, is that important to your family? Because I believe we all know there's some working out going on
Yes,
and
yes.
all that. So talk about that, Pastor.
It's a very important. We just recently toured a farm several days ago. We'll make certain that, especially in our community, African American community, all communities, but in the African American community, that we begin to live healthy lives. And a lot of that begins with what we eat. And so we're committed to the health of our community, of our church, and we all should be. We don't want to, you want to be here, on this journey for a long time, so you can fulfill your purpose, because there are men who watch me now, diabetes is real in our community, high blood pressure, cancer, those things are real. And as a pastor, I've seen over the years, wonderful people suffer, and when they shouldn't have had to. If we just kind of change our diet, begin to eat a little more healthy, clean life, more balanced life, and so because we exercise, we eat a lot better. I'm not saying perfect, but we eat a lot better. We stay active, and we really pay attention to what we eat. So we believe in that. And she eats salads, green, everything that you're supposed to eat. I mean, she does it. And
it's with the Whataburger underneath the tree, though.
That's
You
right.
gotta have a little something.
You gotta balance. I mean, I eat the whole burger, but I eat what I want while I'm alive on this earth. But always back it up with a salad.
Yeah, but when she makes salads, I mean, just and so she really had to really push me that way. She would say, "Would you please try this?" And if I didn't try it, she'd take it personal, as though I'm talking about her and not the salad. So
And as I did that, I had to push him in some areas with that. Of course, he has a lot better stamina when it comes to discipline than I do. But when it comes to trying something and being open now, he's changed, and we've really grown in some areas throughout the years. We've really had to,
We should do better, girl.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's a good thing, it's a really good thing, going through, what we went through, and then having now the blended and extended, and it's a blessing. I have really seen a lot of growth in him.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
hope so with myself too, but
both of you, New Journey Church, just this year, we got to journey with you on your health and wellness and on the food, on our health and wellness and food.
Yes.
So what did we do at the beginning of the year? The pastor forced us to do. Just kidding. We won't say
21
that.
days, Daniel
Oh, yeah.
fast.
We
Yes.
did. We
we
did.
sure did.
And
Grace
we
was
were
with us.
sharing back and forth
Yeah.
pictures of the
Yes,
food.
Grace posted
and
her
we're
pictures.
sticking
Brussels
together.
sprouts and
Yeah, it's like, woo.
did really well.
It was
Yes,
really
yes.
so good. So I love this. Okay, well, thank you for taking the time to kind of get into some of the, really personal things. Now, I would like to talk a little bit about what else happens at New Journey Church.
Yes.
And, some of the wonderful people that are part of New Journey Church and Inspire Today.
Yes.
So if you wouldn't mind, would you share what is Inspire Today? What is that about? When is it? What are we talking about here, Inspire Today? What is that?
All right. So Inspire Today is our morning program. Comes on each morning, Monday to Friday at 7 a.m. It's about 30 minutes where we dig into the Word of God and kind of help to inspire people on their daily journey, because it's daily. It's not just on Sunday, and so you can get a good dose of the Word of God, be inspired, and I mean, God, we get just testimonies with every day, every day.
So let me make sure everybody hears us loud and clear. Monday through Friday.
Yes.
So you guys are
7 a.m.
morning people.
I'm up at 4 a.m.
Is he the morning person?
I'm up at 4 a.m.
So how do you do with that morning
I've
person?
come a long way. I have come a long way through the years, right?
Because
But,
she's a
I
more
used to
a night
perform
person.
at night,
Right.
and I'm sleeping in 12, 1 o'clock. Oh yeah, kids gotta go to school. So
Not me,
I've
morning.
come a long way.
Yeah.
But still, morning is not my thing. It's been his thing. And then what happens on Fridays?
On Fridays you show up
Yeah,
and you co-host with me,
yeah.
and she sings these beautiful songs, and so check it out, guys. If you have not checked it out, on Fridays at 7 a.m. She's my co-host, and we have our highest viewership on Fridays because of her, her beauty, brains, and that boastful voice that she has. And so it's exciting. People ask me all the time, say, are you going to continue to do this, or because just they thought we were doing it because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it with last 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
I was just doing it on the phone, and so basically just
Yeah.
shift from going, phone ministry to,
writing God's
public.
plan.
Yeah,
Just,
so
transition to something else.
so it's natural,
Yeah.
for me now. Yeah.
Nice. And we won't ask Sister Ford to sing today. She's healing her voice
Yeah,
right now.
thank you so much.
So we won't do that.
I can
But-
mime it.
Yeah, no, but you guys definitely have to catch Inspire today on Friday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time at the New Journey Church Facebook page
Yes.
or Pastor Isaac Ford Facebook page, right?
That's correct.
So that is every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m.
At 7 a.m.
I love it. And that's a great show of your discipline. She
Yes.
said you're very disciplined.
Yes.
He's very disciplined. He's there. He's on time, and he doesn't miss. So that's really good. And that's what we can expect here
Yes.
at the New Journey Church. So tell me, how do you connect with members? What is it that you really enjoy about the people and the members? Like, tell me some of the members of the church and how are they important to you? We know we have Minister Williams, and there's so many people. Just talk about them for a minute.
Again, people are important to God, and you cannot be a pastor if people are not important to you, because that's who's important to God. And so when people they're around us, one thing that they discover is that Pastor Lady Ford genuinely care about us. Again, I don't care what you have, how much you have, that doesn't matter to me. We genuinely care about you and your family, where you are, your spiritual growth, your development. I mean, we're I'm not a celebrity. Some of these guys, they're celebrity pastors. That's why I really hate putting my name, my image on certain material. I know we have to do it for marketing, but I don't like it because I know it's not just me.
Right.
I don't make this happen alone. Without people like yourself, Ms. Grace, who have been instrumental in our life and ministry. People are important. Like tonight, I'm so excited tonight. When we leave here,
Yes, talk about that.
we have 25 of our seniors. They're going to be at Papado's today at 5 o'clock, and we're going to dine with them. And I'm footing the bill.
Yeah.
And these are members have been there with 40, 50 years. I'm thrilled. I've been waiting the last 2 weeks for tonight so I can hang with them. I love them. They held me in their arms when I came to the world. I tell them now, I say, you know what? Now I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it. Now is my time to hold them. They've held me, and now I can come now and hold them in their arms. So I'm really excited about it. So people are important to us, and that's what you're going to find. How important you are, not because of who you are, what you have, just because Jesus died for you. That's important, and I love that.
You know what I love that he did is because you don't ever want to get started, because Pastor, you have been pastoring for how many years now?
24 years.
And prior to that, your dad was pastoring.
He
So when
pastored
people hear that
55 years, yes.
Right. So of course we got a spring campus.
Yes.
And there is another campus
Yes,
in Acres. Some people
our
may
main
not
location,
understand
yes,
that.
yes, 2 locations.
So this
Thank
is a
you.
spring. So this is our 2
Yes.
locations. He did not name. He did not, even though I kind of led him down that road. He was so good. He did not start naming, because you would be naming off
Oh my
members
goodness!
for.
He knows
It wasn't.
that in his
it was
mind.
said-
I love how
yes,
he did
oh,
that.
Yes. They go, Pastor, you didn't call my
Yeah,
name. You know,
Exactly.
He'll get the calls. He'll
Yeah,
get the women later on.
everybody
I'll get the
matters.
calls. I'll get the calls.
Yes, I love it. Everybody matters. So I love how you
In
did
fact,
that.
I got a call this morning and said, Pastor, y'all kicked me off the launch team. I said, I didn't do that. Miss Grace did that.
No, we did not
So-
do that. It was
yeah.
just a small focus group
Right.
for the moment, and then everybody's still
Okay,
part
see,
of.
Lakeitha, I didn't kick you off the great.
Oh,
Oh,
was
look at you. Put out there.
And
You're
my
still-
husband
you're
has
still
no
on.
filter, Pastor.
Oh, Lakeitha, we did
No, you're
not.
still on. You're still on.
Oh my goodness, we might have to edit that. No, we won't. Nope, we love transparency
Yes, yes.
and realness here, so
Yes,
that's
yes.
really good. All right, I think, I've left my notes like a long time ago. Okay, so I believe we're about at our time
All right.
for our hour to. Wow, did that fly
Wow.
or
It did.
what?
It did.
Okay, so I am going to ask you to have some closing words. So, Sister Ford, is there anything you would like to share as just closing words to those who may be listening and watching that you may want to just impart upon them?
Wow. I would just say, if you don't have a church home, if you want to get back in the alignment with God,
Yes.
if you want to be encouraged, if you want to have people in your life, good people who mean you good, who will encourage you to push through, push on, push over, push under. You've got a great pastor here, and Pastor Ford, my husband. He's a godsend, and the way he delivers the message, he teaches the word, and that's one of the things I really like when I came to start hearing his word being delivered to the people, is that he's a 1, 2, 3 ABC type of pastor, and that's what I need in order to receive and learn, not a hooping, hollering, screaming and, doing all that, which those pastors who do that, I'm not saying that that's wrong or right, I'm just saying, well, he has a great voice, great singer, he's a little shy, but when I tell you that if you want to get some good word in your life, and he's so touchable that it's just like, you can relate, because it's not giving on such a, from a pedestal. He's right down there on the grounds with you, and that's the kind of pastor that you need in your life. And that is what I'm trying to encourage everyone to say, hey, make your way to the New Journey. Get on that virtual online, the newjourneychurch.com. Get to Pastor Isaac L. Ford or Pastor Isaac Ford's Facebook. You can go through mine, Tracy Ayanna Ford, go through church members, but get back in the alignment with God, make it personal, and then be able to take that same teaching and bless someone else who's in the same, predicament, or maybe in the same predicament as you. So come on to the New Journey Church.
Yeah, come on to I heard that you're saying it's a safe space.
It's
a safe space spiritually.
Yes.
Even we've considered COVID, we've considered social distancing, we're distanced now, so even, you can meet pastor and yourself every Sunday if they would like, and we'll have appointment times where you can just come on by at 10 o'clock, and service time is at 9 a.m. So then we're going to hear from Pastor in a minute. Well, I just wanted to get all our announcements out so we can end with you. So 9 a.m. online every Sunday. You can join New Journey Church, and then afterwards, especially coming soon for Mother's Day, you can come here, meet with both of them, eat a little something, and get to meet them in a social distance manner, and a few families at a time. So you guys are both very accessible.
Yes.
Love it. All right, Pastor Ford, you are the closer. Close us on out. Tell me just the one thing you want everybody to hear from you as we close the interview.
Well, first of all, Ms. Grace, I want to thank you for doing this, for having us today on this platform. We really appreciate you. And then I want to thank those who are watching. Thank you for taking up the time to just listen. We want you to know us, and we want to get to know you. And let me say this, with all the wonderful things that are being said, we're not a perfect church. I am not perfect. If that's what you're looking for, please don't come here. But I can promise you this. I can't promise you perfection, but I can promise you this, that I will always give you my best as a pastor. And we would love to have you a part of our church family. And I say all the time, give God an opportunity. Give us an opportunity to walk this journey with you. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. You a man of God, woman of God, your children is a place for millennials. We have a lot of millennials, teenagers, children. It's a place for family. We can all grow and take this journey together. That's the way God intended it. He did not intend for anyone to take the journey of life by themselves, and we're seeing so much of that. But let's take this journey together. And I'm telling you, you're going to end up in places you never dreamed or imagined you would go. And so again, we love you. I love you. Thank you so much. And we're looking forward to seeing you each Sunday morning right here on social media or YouTube at 9 a.m. And of course, we'll be going into our facility in the month of September. But right now, we're going to be right here, virtual worship experience, because we're concerned, as Grace said, we're concerned for those who still not just ready yet to come out just yet. That's okay. If you want to come out with a main campus at 11:30 a.m. For those who are not ready, watch us right here at 9 a.m. and then the opportunities for you to be able to come so we can sit down with you, have some brunch together, and just kind of share in fellowship. So again, we love you so much, and so Ms. Grace, back into your hand.
All right, you guys. So love,
Yes.
and share the interview.
Like, love, and share.
Yes, like, love, and share this interview. Hearts to each and every one of you out there. We love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And we love our pastors.
Yes,
We
love
are
you too.
so grateful for you in our lives. And we are excited about the spring campus.
Yes.
So that's it for today. But we will be back.
Yes.
We will be back. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.